Hey guys, this is Tom from Everyday Gamers once again, and today what I have for you is a video review of the Dark Spire. I'm going to show you the contents of the game, what you get with it. First of all, what Atlus has been doing with a lot of their games, they've been including this really nice looking outside box that just enhances the overall look of the packaging. And this is one of the games that they've done this with. So with these games that they've been doing, part of their whole Atlus spoils deal that they have going on, they include a bonus soundtrack. And one of the nice things about this game is, while it is kind of old school in its gameplay nature, the music for it is really incredible. And you've got somewhere around 14-15 tracks, I would say, and then there's some bonus tracks as well. I don't know, I haven't really listened to the CD itself. The gameplay provides, enough of the music for me to be able to enjoy. But for fans of video game music, this is definitely a really nice feature that Atlus decided to include in this packaging of the Dark Spire. Dark Spire is not a game that every single video game fan is going to enjoy, or even if you're an RPG fan that you're going to enjoy. It's a game that definitely caters to a niche group of gamers that will find a lot of interest and a lot of fun in the way that Atlus has done this title. But if you are a fan of old school RPGs, mainly ones that started back in the early 80s with the PC era of gaming, this is a game that I would definitely recommend. So if you like old school dungeon crawling RPGs that provide a lot of combat elements. Before we go into any battle elements, I want to show you some of the things outside of the dungeons that you will be doing. First of all, you got a couple of options. As soon as you exit the dungeon, you have the option of going back into the tower, which is what essentially the dungeon is, the Hall of Order, Hall of Chaos, or Town. Now, to explain to you a little bit about the Hall of Order and the Hall of Chaos, depending on how you set up your characters, you basically will either have, characters that are more of order or more chaotic in nature, and depending on that, that's when you'll decide which hall you go to. And the Hall of Chaos is where you will go to be healed of ailments. You've got the option to revive, cure, pray, talk, and leave. Now, the first two, revive and cure, are obvious. Pray basically increases your spirituality, which I don't know exactly what that means. And then talk will just provides a little bit of background information. Guild is where you start out the game. From here, you're introduced to this character here, who basically gives you your mission and introduces you to the game. From the onset of the game, you can select from pre-generated characters to create your party of 4 characters, or you can create your own characters. Me personally, I just selected what was already available, but the create option allows you basically to roll a dice and select a class that you want to create, and as you roll the dice, it'll randomly generate the character's attributes. Status will allow you to go ahead and view your party's status, just to see what level, their hit points, basic information about their attributes. Party shows you your party that you have currently. It also allows you to select characters, to look at them in more in depth, to select their order, also to select formation. And the difference between order and formation is order is basically where they would stand during the battle. Formation is your stance basically, or actually order is, let me see, yeah. Formation would be if you want to take a heroic, a tactical, or an aggressive stance. Let's go ahead and back out of this really quick. But from here, you are given a basic tutorial that allows you to kind of be introduced to the gameplay mechanics and whatnot. And from there, there's some other options. You would go ahead and go to info. Once you click on info, you would talk to either the head of the guild. You would take on quests. You would look at monster lists, and that gives you a list of monsters that you've actually fought and defeated. An item list, which shows you the items that you currently have, and then the back button. Now as you go into the quest menu, there'll be different quests that you can go ahead and select, and just different things that you'll have to do. That'll actually allow you to gain gold and let me go ahead and show you. You've got the inn, which is basically what every inn is. In the inn you have rest, eat, buy, cure, talk, and leave. Obviously rest. In rest you have 3 different options. You can choose the Daisy Room, which will restore some of your hit points, the Carnation Room, which restores your hit points and also, I don't know the technical term for it, but your magic points, and the Orchard Room, which I believe would cure any ailments and everything like that. You have Eat, which allows you to pick from some different meats or anything like that that you want to go ahead and eat. Buy, which you can buy some basic supplies that'll help restore your energy while you are in the dungeon. Cure, which would cure you from any status ailments. Talk, which would just basically bring up a basic dialogue. And then leave. You also have the shop feature here, which you're introduced to the shopkeeper. From there you have the basics: buy, sell, and talk. In here you have some items that you can go ahead and buy that will increase the stats of your character and increase the effectiveness of their combat. And then you can just sell off any items that you discovered in the dungeon. So let's go ahead and leave town, and I want to introduce you guys to basically what you're going to be playing and spending most of your time doing. Let's leave town. Let's go to the tower. So once you're in the tower, like I said, all of the combat basically takes place on the top screen. Let's go ahead and enter this room and I'll show you a combat sequence. So right here, down here on the bottom, it says you encountered an enemy. I missed that. Now you have the options to go ahead, look, which will give you some information on that character. Let me see if I can bring this in and give you a little bit of a better view. It tells you with a worn out cloak and rusty sword, he assumes an amateurish attack posture while, seething with anger. So that basically allows you to know what you're going to get into with this battle, and then you can fight or run. Now typically you're going to want to fight unless you're low on hit points or you have some characters that may have died in the dungeon. So let me go ahead and pick attack, and then you can select which opponent out of the 2 thieves you want to attack. Now you do have a couple other options down here. You have attack, you have defend, you have spell, and then you have item, status, run, back. So we'll go ahead and attack him, Thief A. We'll go ahead and attack again, and then usually the last person in your party is only able to defend. That's basically the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions on this game, if you'd like to see some more impressions or reviews, I can go ahead and do that for you. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely take a look at this game. I feel like it's being criminally overlooked, and as many Atlus games do. But anyways, guys, that's all. It's Tom from Everyday Gamers. Thanks for checking out the video.